Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
56. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Yo, go. Let's go.
Now Dorsett. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Running right, it's Dorsett. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 9.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 4.
Hey, high 7. 5.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll return it from the 6. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Yes. 5. You're out.
Don't be scared.
2nd and 5. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 3. It's 3rd and 8.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Hey.
35's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, exit. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
18 Gator.
Watch the run. Mike 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to John Ross. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready.
56 at the mic.
Bam.
Check 13.
Back. Hey, set to go.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss? I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Go.
They'll try the left side. Walker. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's coming. We got double up.
Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, this is Geis. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch twist. Slam.
third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It's second and 8 at the 4-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Go.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now it's Dorsett, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, this is a new concept. It's third down, but they've got the punt unit on. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 43. Whoosh. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, Pete. Let's get off the field. Check 4. Kill. Check 52.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Haskins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing off.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Switch.
Hey, Foxtrot.
35's the mic. I got you.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Chubb running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Here we go. He's set. Take the Pittsburgh. Get that ball. Kill. Under 10. Under 10.
Patrick.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Geis. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Haskins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Antoine Woods picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They can't hang with us. Hey, Delta. Under crunch. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The first down pass. Intended for number 81. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You draw Corkins. Bravo. Get it.
2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Hard, hard. It's just me and you.
They'll try the left side. Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch the 6.
2nd and 2. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Redskins scoop it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Slam. Go. Hold. No. Off.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
They're on 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Second and 10.
Got it.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
General West.
Check 26, check 26. Safe, safe, safe. Bang, bang.
Hey, orbit.
Bang, bang. 35's the mic. Too little, duck tech.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get sack.
Speed grip. Speed grip.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 45 yards. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Yeah,
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one good for 26 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 15 line it. 15 line.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, 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 hey.
4 down.
Get it.
They'll drop the throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Go, go. Shift, shift. Shift. Go. Check the hot read. Shift. Watch the shift. Kill, 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 kill.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Room here to run. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
He's checking crap. Shift, shift, shift. Wide, get wide.
A give running right is Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll run with Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running right, here's Walker. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run again with Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They'll run on first down. Walker. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.